last time Rasmus Hojlund celebrated his birthday, he was a Manchester United supporter. Today, he will be turning 21 as a Manchester United striker, hoping to add to his brilliant tally that has seen him score in back-to-back games for Manchester United as we do return to the theatre of dreams where a dream came true for this young boy from Copenhagen as he was able to finally convince his boyhood club that he supported his entire life to buy him for 72 million pounds. Welcome to the United Hotspot. It's match day. Manchester United taking on Westham United in the English Premier League. Can we go on a run? It has been a long time us praying that we get our full squad back and fit. Well, this is the time. What exactly should we expect? My name is Webb. Have you subscribed to the United Hotspot? Because Man United talk is becoming interesting and exciting. But first things first. Happy birthday, Hojlund. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Hojlund. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. No, let me treat it up a bit. Happy birthday, Hojlund. Happy birthday, Hojlund. Happy birthday, dear Rasmus. Happy birthday, Hojlund. How many goals for you today? How many goals for you today? Hojlund, guys, these are the things that motivate a hungry striker like this. And trust you me, Hojlund is one of, if not the most hungry striker I've seen after Wayne Rooney playing for Manchester United. And that is why I think this boy has got everything it takes for him to emulate Wayne Rooney. He needs just about 7 goals now to tally the 17 goals Rooney scored in his first season at Manchester United. I'm sure if he's fed more balls, he will score these goals. Now let's get proper into the match build-up. We do come back to the theatre of dreams taking on a Westham United that has not beaten us at Old Trafford since 2007. You do remember that goal from Carlos Tevez. It was an infamous one, but was important for West Ham because they were surviving relegation. So it's been a long time. So I certainly have no worry at all that we will capitulate that low to us losing to West Ham. Though we know that they're stubborn side, they're ahead of us, not by mistake, but because they've been doing decently well. But my expectation is that Manchester United should be able to take full control of this game. We've been scoring for the first time under the tutelage of Erik ten Hag. Manchester United has scored 4 goals in back-to-back games. Now that's important, meaning Erik ten Hag is partly happy because he's all for scoring goals and attacking. So if the goals are coming, now how is he going to balance? That has been a weakness for ten Hag. How he balances the attack and the defense. We score goals but not conceding because we don't want to live under pressure hoping for Kobe to save us every time and every time when we are playing all these teams. I mean, guys, you want us to die of pressure? No. That's not what we want. Guys, just manage these games better. And that's exactly what I expect from Erik ten Hag. Now, speaking of managing the games better, here are the key things I expect Erik ten Hag to do. First of all, I don't expect Anthony Dos Santos to step on that pitch for a second. I don't expect that to happen. Not as a substitute, not as an emergency introduction, not whatever you want to call it. Anthony Dos Santos should not be playing a minute ahead, especially ahead of Amad Diallo. I hope this time around Amad Diallo gets some minutes because he deserves them. And Erik ten Hag was talking about how part of the job he has got to do at United now is to develop young players. I don't get it. Yes, Anton as well is a young player in age, but in terms of seniority, he's not because he's an 85 million pound signing, earning 200 quid a week, 200,000 quid a week. So that cannot be a young player. Young players are Amad Diallo, young players are Alejandro Garnacho, young players are Kobe Mainu. These are the young players in the squad that we expect him to give chances and improve. You don't improve Amad Diallo by keeping him on the bench and put Anthony ahead of him. What has Anthony done? Anthony has failed. There is a blind hope that Erik ten Hag seems to want to force on us that yes, he will eventually come through and score and assist like he did against Newport. Well, keep him for the FA Cup and the League Cup games and the Carabao Cup and friendly matches, not for the Premier League, because his standards are way below that. Yes. So for me, that's the one thing I don't expect to see in this game. Two, I do want to see how Erik ten Hag is going to balance. I think The easiest way for Eric Ten Hag to find balance in the middle, if we are not going to, for us not to concede goals, because now that's the issue, is for him to play two blocking midfielders, one blocking on the left, another blocking on the right. Eric Ten Hag has got to realize that this whole one pivot, single pivot system of his is good to attack in terms of attack, and the goals will come, but we shall concede as many. So we are going to finish the entire game living on the ledge. And you don't want fans to be like that. We don't want to be like that every game. Just when we feel like we're in full control, like total control, like we were against West Ham, like or rather against Wolves, like we were against Newport. You're in total control, and then it all capitulates at once. We don't want to be fans that live the entire 90 minutes of a game like that. We want to manage a game professionally, like a senior club is supposed to do. The easiest way to do that for Ten Hag with the players he's got is playing a double pivot. Play two holding midfielders. Play Casemiro, and I would wish to see Bruno maybe blocking on the right, and and uh, Kobe Maino as the number 10. But obviously, Eric Ten Hag won't do that. But also, we know that Kobe Maino can play box to box properly. He can come from deeper positions, and if he has to, impact stuff up front. So, okay, so you can play Casemiro and Kobe as the two blocking midfielders. Then play Bruno as the number 10. There we will have proper balance in that middle. We won't be leaking goals. That's the issue, and Eric Ten Hag has got to see it and sort it. See it, say it, sort it. Where I hear that, I think that's famous on UK airports. See it and trains. See it, say it, sort it. If you see any luggage, lacking around. But anyway, so if you've seen it, Eric Ten Hag, we have said it. It is now upon you to sort it. Play two holding midfielders and reduce the load on Casemiro because he's not fast enough to do it on his own. And West Ham plays a direct game. Moyes plays a direct game that is spacey. So if Casemiro was struggling against Wolves and injuring players against Newport like that, trust me, what is going to happen? It's going to be worse with Kudus coming at him like a tsunami. Kudus is going to be coming at him like a water flow from the River Nile, that like water flowing from the River Nile. So Casemiro will get a red card in the first 5 minutes. So what you've got to do is support him by having Kobe Maino playing with him and play with two holding midfielders. You're balancing it up. That's what I expect Eric Ten Hag to do in that game. Otherwise, we will still score goals, but we will struggle. But going into the key issues, one thing I thought has improved is the bromance between Marcus Rashford and Rasmus Hojlund. And when it is thick, it's dangerous because certainly we know how very difficult, how very stubborn Marcus Rashford is flying in from the left. So I expect that if Rashford is going to fly in from the left and partner well with Hojlund, United could score so many goals. Now, Garnacho has also got to step up his game and be more generous. And trust you me, this Hojlund can score the 7 goals in the next 2 games for United. That's what I need to see. And I think it can happen. In goal, the last key change, let Altel Bindil start with this full squad and we see how it happens. Let us give a chance to Bindil. Let's rest Andre Onana. Eric, rest Onana. That has got to happen. For me, those are the key things I expect to see in this game. That said, there is a lot of news concerning Manchester United. Kobe Maino is almost getting a new contract. I've told you this before, but guess what? He could be earning, according to the contract, his salary increment could be 100%, which is like £20,000 per week, but still that would be little. I think they can negotiate real new terms and see him earn the serious money he should be earning. But for now, let's focus on the game. We'll talk about all the other news and talk about Bruno Fernandes being wanted and United turning down an astronomical offer for him. We'll talk about that. But also, guys, happy retirement to Marwan Fellaini, the Afro man. You recall our guy from Everton, Moyes' famous signing? Well, he retired from the beautiful game. We'll talk about those and more. For now, let's focus on West Ham coming to Old Trafford. The Premier League is back and banging. And what more is Kobe Maino about to offer? We live in a world of Kobe. Guys, enjoy it. I'll catch you later.